Well, hi, everyone. I'm Dave Martin, and I wanted to do a really quick shout out to all you brand new YouTubers out there, just like me. I am a brand new YouTuber. Been on for a month, done 22 uploads. I guess that's okay for a brand new YouTuber. 300 views, 6 subscribers. Considering of all the millions and millions of competitions, I'm okay with that. I wanted to quickly just get on and sort of talk a little bit about the things that I'm learning. That's what everybody wants to know is, how do I do this thing called YouTube? Now, eventually, maybe I might make some money. We all hope to do that, but that's not the main reason that I'm on here. I've written 185 articles for medium.com, and if you want to read them, you can check them out. Just go to medium.com and look up David P. Martin, and you'll see all of the different types of articles that I've written and all the different genres, from written on Christianity, contemporary issues of the church, leadership, and I'm real passionate about leadership, cybersecurity, advanced technology. I've even done poetry. Some pretty cool things, but I'm going to pat myself on the back a little bit for that. But again, if you want to check that out, the reason why I started getting into YouTube was, again, I've had a lot of people tell me, I actually kind of sort of got into YouTube by accident. Reason being is because I got into YouTube pretty much because it's like a video podcast. And one of the things that I started doing was doing some podcasts, because a lot of people have just kind of complimented me on my voice. Now, I never thought I had a really good voice, studio voice, but I've had a lot of people make that comment. So I decided, well, I'm going to lean into that a little bit. So hence YouTube. And another reason was, one of the things that I found out about getting onto social media was how much you can broaden your influence. Now, I'm not going to go crazy like the influencers who, I got to have 1 million subscribers. But the kind of the neat thing, the lure, I guess, of social media is you can really reach a bunch of people with your ideas and your thoughts and your visions and your dreams, etc., a whole lot more than you can just locally. Now, I'm on Facebook. I have 175 Facebook friends. Not a lot, but not the Kiki Morai. And for those of you who don't understand that, look that up. I'm not a hermit, but like I said, I've only got about 175 Facebook friends. But I found that by writing on Medium that I'm up to 3,500 followers. Again, writing on social media really extends my reach. That's why I wanted to go into the YouTube. So I just thought I'd throw these quick little videos up, and I'm not going to be more than 5 or 6 minutes. But what I want to talk about today is I've been playing around with mics, because the quality of your mic is really super important. So I've actually gone out and I've purchased 6 or 7 mics, overkill for sure. But what I found, the setup that I've got right now, that looks like it's really going to work for me in many different setups, is I've got and I'll hold it up just a little bit for you so that you can see it. I've got a Rodecaster mic. And then along with it, I've got the Rodecaster Pro audio mixer. And that setup is about, I want to say somewhere around between $700 and $800. A little pricey. But I decided to go all in. And I've been experimenting around with things. And I will tell you, between the Rodecaster Pro and the Podcaster mic, what a setup. What a really, really good setup. It's probably the best audio setup that I've got. And spoiler alert, I'm not being paid by Rode to make any of these sort of endorsements. It's just the Rodecaster Pro, the audio mixer, is probably, without a doubt, one of the easiest mixers that I've seen to date. Now, it's not like someone who needs like a studio sound or is something that needs a 1,000-person choir. But I will tell you what, for just about every setup that you can imagine, especially podcasts and doing videos, you can set up right out of the box. So I just wanted to say that this is probably going to be my go-to hardware setup in terms of recording. Now the video, I'm doing this video just through the laptop for now, but I purchased, after again doing a lot of research, I went ahead and purchased a Panasonic Lumix, and I will be doing some recordings from that in the future. Now it's a little dark. The reason this is a little dark is I haven't got my lighting set up, and that's something else that I'm working on. So I'm just kind of like starting out, experimenting, getting everything together. And I thought I'd pass along the things that I've learned. I'll talk in a little bit later in another video. I'll talk about my favorite go-to software. I've got 3 products that I use for just about everything that I produce now, and I'll just give you a little, spoiler alert, so you can kind of like anticipate the next video that I'm going to do. I use for my bringing everything together. For the video and the audio, I use Camtasia Studio 2022, and for my audio, which is like super important, the quality of the audio is just the most important, I use Audiate, which is again a Camtasia product, and I also use Adobe Audition 2022, which is an Adobe product. And I use Audiate to clean up my tracks. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. And then I have played around quite a bit with Adobe Audition to clean the track up. Now, the interesting thing is, just real quick on the setup that I've got right now, I think the audio quality is pretty good. And let me know in the comments that if you agree that the audio quality is good. And I've got an air conditioning. It's pretty warm here right now. I've got an air conditioning kind of blowing full blast, and I don't even think this mic is picking it up. So that's why I've decided on this particular microphone, because I think it's really for doing podcasts and for doing the voiceovers for videos. This seems to be the best mic setup. Well, that's all I've got for now. I'll keep you posted. Again, putting these out here because I'm sort of an absolute beginner on this, and I just thought that I'll just pass along some of the things that I've learned to help me out. Now, I'm going to be honest, I've decided to go kind of all in. So some of the products that I buy I'm not doing this on the cheap. And the reason I'm not doing it on the cheap is because I think the quality of your audio and your video is just as important as your content. And if you don't believe that, I mean, there's just a lot of things that are out there that are kind of not that great. And what happens is that if it's not really good, you could have the best content in the world, but if you're not speaking clear, if your voice isn't clear, and your video is kind of not that great, people will just click away real quick. It's just too easy to do. Well, that's it for now. I'll put some more of these out as I go along. See ya. Take care.